Hey, welcome back to the Mr. Excel Netcast. I'm Bill Jelen. I want to talk about some of the simple settings that you can take care of in Excel 2003 to make your life a little bit easier. I have Excel 2003 here. I'm going to click the new workbook icon, and you'll see that I get three sheets: Sheet 1, Sheet 2, Sheet 3. This is Excel's default. And how many times do you get an Excel workbook where someone has filled in Sheet 1 and Sheet 2 and Sheet 3 are completely blank? It's kind of crazy to always have those two blank sheets out there. I remember back in the 90s, when they first came up with multiple sheets in a workbook, they put 16 worksheets in every workbook. People would send me a workbook with one sheet filled out and the other 15 sheets completely blank. To take care of this, go to Tools, Options. The Options dialog is one of the worst dialogues in Excel because there's 13 different tabs. We want the General tab, and there's a setting here called Sheets in New Workbook. Change that to 1, and then every new workbook that you create will only have one worksheet. Great way to save space if you're regularly creating workbooks with only one worksheet. And hey, if you need more worksheets, you can always just use the Insert menu, Insert Worksheet, to add more worksheets to the workbook. Another setting that's interesting here on the General tab is called the Recently Used File List. This initially starts out showing the last 4 files and at the bottom of your File menu. So there's the last 4 files that I opened. It's possible to kick this up to 9. If I go to Tools, Options, there's a spin button there, Recently Used File List. I can kick that up to 9 and at least see the last 9 files that I opened. Now I realize it's not an Excel 2007 Tuesday or Thursday, but I want to show you a huge improvement that they made to the Recently Used File List in Excel 2007. The Recently Used File List in Excel 2007 can handle up to 50 different files, and they have this great new feature called Pin to List. So if there's one file that you regularly use and you always want it to be in your recently used file list, you can come over here to the thumbtack, click the thumbtack, and Excel has now pinned that item to the list. No matter how many other files you open up, that particular file will always be on the list. To unpin it, just click it again, and the pin basically becomes grayed out. So if there's files you use all the time, pin them to the list. Now, of course, that's just in Excel 2007, but back in Excel 2003 through Excel 97, you can still go into Tools, Options, General, and change the recently used file list to show at least 9 files instead of the default 4. Hey, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time for another podcast from Mr. Excel.